It is Tuesday takeover time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Let's get this thing started.
Remember those days, those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, fake game, staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need that energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me. When the truth don't work, you start telling lies. Thought you were down to ride, you weren't down to ride. Caught switching, you were picking sides. Don't blink, caught slipping like a slip and slide. I was shooting dice till I got a nosebleed. Money on the floor, can't get cold feet. Took a L, should've put it in the offering. Lord, forgive me for my sins, don't know of me. Scary thoughts, I got scary thoughts. Lost control, now I'm taking charge. Breaking bills, friends breaking off. You could be the youngest, I'm the dawn. Kiss the ring, nah. In the scene like GOT. Stay.
All right. Welcome, Dolly Bush. Welcome, Buddha 1000, Vegan Knowledge. How you doing, sweetheart?
Thanks for having me. Hey, everyone. Thanks for coming. Thank you for the birthday wishes, Buddha.
Mhm.
I'm happy to see
All
everyone.
right. Sorry, we are running. Me too. Of course, of course. I'm so sorry we're running so behind. It was a crazy day. Wow. So hopefully everybody had a fantastic week. Um, we just had Martin Luther King's Day celebrated Monday, yesterday. And it's been crazy. I'm doing a lot of fasting. I know we're meatless right now, but I've been doing a lot of fasting, and I went from 211 down to 187 now. So of the past, what day are we in, Jen? What's today's date?
We are on the 17th.
The 17th. So out of 17 days this month, I have eaten 3 days. I ate on the first. I ate on the first, the ninth, I think Saturday, whatever that was.
Ladies and
The
gentlemen, some
14th.
people eat 3 times a day. She eats 3 times a month.
So yeah, man, it's like I'm
Trendsetter.
seeing my face thinning out finally. Hey, man, it's like you'd be surprised, like your body just gets into this, starts, you know, cleansing and burning fat, and of course, gotta hydrate, gotta keep plenty of hydration and drink moringa. Um, but yeah, I feel really, really good. My energy levels are up, and yeah, it's getting done. Thanks, boo. Appreciate you. But yeah, I feel good. So let's get into it, man, because I know I got y'all here late. Let's do about an hour, and then I can let everybody. It depends, but I know Jen's over there probably trying to eat. So, um, all right. So we start off. We got the tell all part 3, and some of it overlapped from last week, but for the most part, and they've got the behind the scenes stuff going on, like before the show, during the show, what they're talking about in the green room, and then afterwards a little bit they're talking. But this show starts out with also, you know what, before we go into anything, as Buddha said, let's go ahead and smash that like button, help the algorithm out. We are holding steady at 600 subscribers, moving up. We're moving the chains up. I know we were at 602 last week, and now we're at at least we're still over that 600 mark, working our way towards 1000. And I appreciate each and every one of you that shares this content, that has told people to subscribe. All of you that come hang out for the Tuesday takeover, I love you so much, and I look forward to every Tuesday. So welcome. Um,
Thank you. Thank
you
you.
know, yeah, man, yeah. You guys are what makes this all worth it. So, okay, so the thing starts off. The very first scene you see is Angela basically coming in when Ed is talking to Andre and Andre, right? Andre and Jovi,
Dre.
and and she's basically letting him know how disappointed in him she is. At 1 second he's, and then Angela comes in and he shuts up. He shuts down like a little scared little boy, like she's gonna smack the hell out of him. But he's
Hey,
saying,
bro.
you're wrong. I don't understand what you're doing. Hey, Ro, what's up, baby? Welcome, welcome. And then Angela basically lays into him a little bit and says, yeah, you're wrong. Uh, it's hurt, and you wouldn't want it if anybody was talking. Would you want your dad to be talking to your mom like that? All right. So that's how the tell all starts off, with Angela talking to Ed about his behavior. What do you think about how Ed is trying to spin this, Jen, to make it look like Liz is the bad guy after he was straight up caught on camera being found out that he was contacting Rose?
That is like a perfect example. According to Buddha, he's probably at Angelus's dentist, pulling that tooth, pulling him up.
No! Don't
I'm
do it to me,
sorry.
Buddha. Don't do it to me. Don't
I
with
had
the
to.
tooth.
I had to
I'll
say
be
it.
in the flu.
Uh,
I won't be able to
so
concentrate.
but he does that. Like that's what anytime that he feels a little bit insecure, all of a sudden he turns around and he puts somebody else down even harder or starts to put them down consciously or unconsciously. The whole thing was, Ed, you're the one that just got caught cheating on her or trying to reach out to your ex, and you get mad at Liz for being mad at you on camera. What is she supposed to do? Like it's just one of these weird psychological, he has gotten to a point where he does
Trick.
not like,
Reverse.
he's picking on Liz because she's weaker than he is, so he is just done with her almost now cuz she's too, he's got him under her
Mm.
spell.
I like it. I like it. And let's back up. Skirt. Back up. Did you say she's weaker than him? Ouch. Me? Ouch.
Well, like
I agree
personality
though.
wise, I feel like he latches on to people like his
Oh
his
yeah, he's an
friend, and
alpha.
that
That's why he
he
calls
wants
himself Big
people to
Ed. He's
kind of
definitely
tell
an
him what to
alpha.
do. That's why he was quiet when Angela was talking.
Yeah, but he also had to play dumb very well. Um,
Yeah.
Ed will go into this. I don't know what you're about. I don't know if I did it or I didn't. He straight up said, I don't know if I communicated with Rose or not, in front of everybody. So he's basically playing everybody's intelligence, not just Liz. But the fact that he was sitting at tell all and literally don't know if I text her was stupid, and he was taking everybody for stupid. But I really can't stand how he does that. You know what I mean? Like, even in this later scenario right here, okay, you've got me and Bilal guys telling Ed, listen, you got to ease up on Liz, because the only reason she is responding the way that she is, which he claims he apologized, heartfelt apology to her, but then Liz says it was half-assed. She came in the room at this point right here, right before this scene, and this is Ed responding to Jenny calling him out, because Liz had just come in there and said, you know what? He's bullshitting everybody. I just caught him on an app 2 hours ago. I pulled up the app, and apparently Ed was active on the app just ago. And he's saying he didn't know that he contacted um, Rose, but I found out that he literally contacted her the day he had either proposed to her or their engagement party. It was one of them. And then she just storms right back out. And he said, you're performing. And he said, see, look how she's acting. And then that's when Jenny calls him out. She's hurt, Ed. She's freaking hurt. You just got caught cheating. You treat her like trash, and she's hurt. And he said, what did he say to Jenny? You're taking her side, and that's not helping anything.
Buddha said, I think Ed's been
What?
watching Keanu in The Matrix because he was deflecting accountability like crazy, right?
Dude, was he ever? I'm like, whoa, Ed is really trying it. He is really trying to play people stupid. You're taking her side. That's not making. Yeah, we're taking her side because she's right.
It's not
Okay?
even
You're not
about
going to
taking her
spin your little
side
web over here.
on the situation. He put her in a position where, like, he could do no wrong because he did something wrong, so she
Stupid.
gets angry. So now he's like, well,
She's
she's
wrong for
supposed
getting
to,
angry.
she's wrong for getting angry. Dolly said Ed was being a straight up jerk, taking the ring back. Right. And Buddha said,
That
Liz
was
ain't done
ridiculous.
though. With all those receipts she pulls, what's the point if you're going to go back? Exactly. Why she's just angry right now? Like,
Thank
what is all this about?
you.
She's going to go running back to him.
Well, and I can't wait until they get to the scene. Was like, why do you keep coming back? I'm starting to think Ed's trying to chase her away. He's done. He's done. He's tired of Liz. He's tired of Liz, and he doesn't. He can talk to her any kind of way, and as long as she keeps coming back, he will never respect this woman. And she's just not willing to see that. And I'm totally bought into what Rose said before, that he's paying her. That's the only reason I can imagine she would continue to subject herself to this crap from a troll, from a wisdom
Right.
tooth shaped troll. You know what I mean? It's like, why do you keep putting up with that? You could do so much better. You know? I had to take it, Buddha. Um, and that's my take on it. I really think Ed's doing a bunch of reverse psychology. He's not only doing it to Lee, he's trying to do it to everybody. So that's a crazy one. And he did the same thing to Kim. You know what I mean? Telling her to mind her business, but she wasn't going. Next up on the docket, we had the conversation backstage right after that between Shaida and Yara. What's up, y'all, with this? Like, who two would end up besties out of all the two
Right.
people that end up besties? You just pick two random people off the tell-all to become besties, and you're looking at them right there.
Well, they
Okay,
both have
so
their similarities, though. They're both very strong willed.
I think they look alike. Honestly,
Yeah, I'm starting to see that now.
I think they look alike. I think they found a sisterhood. But yeah, so basically, Yara is telling Shaida here that she will have her back if Ed comes at her, if Angela comes at her, and she needs to stand her ground with Bilal. You know what I mean? Because if she wants to have a baby, if she wants to have a joint bank account, she wants to do this, if she wants to do that, she should stand her ground and continue to give Bilal ultimatums and make sure that he knows she means business. And in turn, Shada said, yeah, because when Angela got in your face, I had your back. I was over there yelling and screaming. I didn't see her standing up and messing with Angela, though. Nobody wants to stand up to Angela. They can yell from across the room, but I didn't see you walk up on Angela. Okay.
That is
But you could
true.
hear Shada yelling. You could hear her yelling. But she had her girls back, and Yara's here, in the camera, and this, you know, um, comrade fashion. I got your back if anybody jumps in your face. What do you think about these two being friends and having each other back? What do you guys think in the comments?
Buddha said, "Oh,
What
this
do you
is
think,
going
babe?
back with Ed, where Ed was like, She said even if she did take the money, did he ask for age too? Damn. She did age like 10 years, Liz, right? Oh, and Buddha
Dude,
said
yeah,
they
man.
they both have very stylish personalities. Yeah, like I can see them. She's sort of like Shida's a little bit older, so it's kind of almost like a mom or a big sister type, to Yara, I think. But
Right,
Yara knows America a little bit better now, so she's kind of teaching her a thing or two. So it's kind of
right.
definitely, I can see them two being friends. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't have put them together, but I'm not surprised that they're hanging out. So I don't know about Jovi and Bilal though. That's an odd couple.
Yeah, I can't see them hanging out.
But then
Jovi
again,
and
Bilal is on the friend's
Andre.
side of what's his name now? Big Ed. He's like his boy
Yeah.
because they
Well,
both
who would
can
have
double
thought
and
that?
circle talk.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And speaking of Big Ed, there's the picture of him kind of um telling Kim doesn't stink. But yeah, you know what I mean? Because she kind of laid into him. Everybody wanted a piece of Big Ed. I tell you what, for him to be as small as he is, he's only doing that because the cameras and the security crew has his back. He would not be mouthing off like that on the streets to anybody. He'd get his ass whipped, sitting
Mhm.
there with that shirt getting ready to bust open. But yeah, these two are very unlikely besties, and if they have each other's back, that's fabulous, that's great. And I do agree with Buddha. Um I think that they have a lot in common in the way of fashion and the way that they're both young, and that they both are kind of into that whole thing right there.
Definitely.
They're also both.
They're
Okay, so they're also, Buddha said, they're also both on their boss stuff. At least Yara, but Shy is catching up. Yeah.
mhm.
She's definitely catching up.
Buddha said, "I'm gonna need a tailor on set." Look at Ed's shirt. I can see the skin. Nope. Yeah, not even at the top, right? Isn't it in that middle button that's like getting ready to pop open? When like that.
Yeah.
Look at that face.
Yeah. Moving down the line, the next scenario happens is we got Kim and Usman, where Sean brings up the fact, asks them who broke who. You know what I mean? And Kim admits to being the one to break off the relationship. She broke up with Usman, not the other way around. I don't know, Jen. What you thinking? You think they're gonna end up back together?
I don't know about this one. I just think that Kim finally is coming to her senses and doesn't want to be the one that's hurt. So she's just letting him loose first. I think he would continue to stay latched on to her as long as possible to like, what they were saying. I do think some part of him is kind of does love her in a sense, you know what I mean? But I think they're right. I don't think that this is gonna continue, and I think Kim has finally just kind of had her little fun with
Yeah,
her, younger man. And when she
with
realized all
her.
the it's almost like she got commitment scared. Like I don't know if I want this guy with another
Yeah,
woman
he
and a
brought a kid
kid.
into the mix. Dolly Bush says, I think Kim is done. I agree.
And
I absolutely agree.
Buddha said two things. Kim is delusional about Usman and that dress. Both are not a good fit. Oh, oh my goodness. Where do you come up with this stuff? Oh
Oh
my
my
God, the
God,
little
we gotta
prom
give
dress.
Buddha the
The
bell. We
1970s
gotta
prom
give
dress.
Buddha the bell. I know, right? What
Usman's
is
all
going
dressed
on?
up.
Well, I gotta give it to Jamal though. Jamal had her back. Jamal swoops in and basically lets Usman know that he thinks he played very get go right from the beginning, and that he basically like okey doked her into breaking up. It wasn't all Kim's idea. What ended up happening was Usman steered her in that direction by putting up so many walls initially, by calling her potential, making her work for the Yammy, and then making her work for the approval. On top of that, now he's bringing in the mix. I want you to raise my brother's child with me after she done already raised him. Of course,
Mhm.
she's going to be like,
And
you know what, this is a little bit too much, and walk away.
I feel like they should have just let it go though and let Kim live in her own little world thinking that she, ended it with him, because I almost think it makes her feel worse when they say that, oh, he's been playing you. You know what I mean? I think Jamal, while he has his mom's best interest, he also has to look at her feelings and just let it go. You know what I mean? Don't come in like the I told you so, because that's he's
Right,
just
right,
used to
right.
being that. And I was like, you know what, I was sitting there like, just let her go, let her think that she's, her best friend in the world, and she ended it letting him run free.
That shirt, Jamal. Let me wear that, bro.
Yeah, I do like
I
that
like that
shirt.
shirt. But yeah, I think Jamal had a point though. He really, really did bring up a good point that Usman is very good. He played her. You know what I mean? Really do think he played her. And if you look here, they're showing him talking to the young woman in Africa, in Nigeria, the would be wife that his mother wanted him to hook up with, and then you got Kim looking on like, you bitch. You know what I mean? And
She's like,
I said,
ain't
I didn't
this
know you got
something?
the phone number. Well, Kim, yeah, if you broke up with him, who cares that he got the, she said, I hope he does find somebody, and I does it. Well, guess what? This woman may very well be it right here. Because if he doesn't get over to America, he's going to have no choice but to hook up with somebody in Nigeria, right? Why
Right.
not be her? Okay, she's young,
Buddha
she's
said,
beautiful, she's ready to have his children.
right. Why wouldn't he? But it seems like he's not in it for that right now. He's keeping that on the back burner. You know, he's trying to get his
Yeah,
career going. Work for the Yammy J&J video. She threatened Usman that she was going to call her son the first time, remember? Why are they wearing the
right.
same colors? I think they hooked up already. That's true. They do look like they're matching. I'm sure the show made them dress alike.
Made
They
them
were
made
already
them
heading out that night.
made them get in sync. But yeah, I actually like them as a couple. I really would like to see them hook up. They would have some beautiful children. I mean, honestly, the girl got it going on, and she can definitely put Usman in his place. I think Usman probably has been. That's why
Yeah.
he got the number.
He
He
had
was
to say
waiting
the
for
right
this
stuff
whole
on
thing to bust
camera.
up. Yep. But I think most likely he's probably hooking up with this chick. What do you guys comments?
Oh, she's going to be so
I
boring
think that's
after having
Usman's
Kim.
new wife.
She's going to be throwing drinks at him and stuff.
Or he's either gonna try to go after Zara and get her to bring his ass over here. I don't think she's gonna do. I think Zara's probably done too, Dolly Bush. I think Zara's probably. He's gonna try to find somebody else over here. Why he keeps picking the same woman, I don't know. Body, you know what I mean? It's plenty of people know who you are now. Why don't you go for somebody closer to your age that can bear children? That way you kill two birds with one stone. You get over here and you satisfy mama's need for grandkids.
Buddha said you're
It's
coming in and
crazy.
out a little bit. I don't know. I don't necessarily hear it.
Who may?
And Dolly said, yeah, Zara been
Okay.
gone. Zara out.
Yeah. You Zara in a while. All right, hold on. Let me see something. I think most likely probably hooking up with this chick. Wow, that's a long delay. Hold
Well,
on.
she's gonna be so bored after having Kim. She's gonna be throwing drinks at him and stuff.
They're gonna try to go after Zara and get her to bring his ass over here. I don't think she's okay. Yeah, I hear it. Probably done too, Dolly Bush. I think Zara's probably is gonna try to find somebody else over here. Why he's picking the same woman, I don't know. Okay, yeah, it is going in and out. I don't know
I
why that's
closed the door
happening, but
too. Maybe it's echoing.
it looks like I'm getting now, so I'll play with the mic when that is done. But it looks like I'm pretty much getting most of it in. But yeah, let me know if that continues or if it gets worse, Buddha. Thanks, honey. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, so we got Usman, we got Kim, and then the next scene is okay. That's when Ed kind of goes. That's when Liz comes in and accuses Ed, or says she has proof because she saw that he had 2 hours before, and Jenny basically calls him out for calling her out. And then right after that is when we have, oh, wrong order. Then we've got Usman. Bilal and Shaida came in after they had their break, and Sean addressed him about what's happening with the baby situation. Now this surprised me, y'all, because now she has said that she wanted to put the baby on the back burner. And I told y'all last week her Instagram ad, she is really about these virtual yoga classes. So I see what happened. She just kind of got into her career. She couldn't, pull Bilal strings enough for him to do what he needed to do to get her pregnant. But Jen, you made a good point. You said, know, once she got off of it, then now Bilal wants to have kids. I think it's part of Bilal's controlling nature. Now that she's
Mhm.
off now he's pushing for the kid.
Right. Or is it part of what his mother taught her to do, and they're both trying to run this relationship from like behind the scenes? You know what I mean? And the fact that she's like, the mother told her, let it seem like it's his decision. I feel like is what happened.
Yeah,
So she let him know
that's a good
where
point.
she stood.
I completely
Then
forgot
she
about that.
got off of it, got into her career, and he's like, "Whoa, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, I thought you wanted to be my wife and have my kids. Now you're all into your own." It's almost like he did it to reel her in too. And also, I think
Yeah,
it
not
could be that he did think, you know what, she really does want a baby. I'm not doing the
and
right
he's
thing
locking
here.
her in, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. He want it, that's to lock her in, and if she is a woman of her word and she really wants to be with him and kids are the only thing that's going to hold her back, then yeah, let me go ahead and give her a baby and see if she's true to form. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But then,
Renee.
they showed some go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying hi, Renee
Scenes.
Revelinsky.
Hey Renee, what's going on, honey? Welcome in, everybody. Um yeah, I think that Bilal also, he spoke to the fertility doctor, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, they're aimed at me now. But I don't think Bilal's the problem. I think if anything, they tried a few times and it didn't happen. I think it may be a little too late, because let's not forget he prolonged and prolonged and prolonged, and I know it's been way more than 6 months since they saw that doctor, because they film and then we see all this stuff much later on. Bilal knew what he was doing. Now he's all
Yeah.
about it, trying to act like he wants to have a kid. He's calculated. He knew what would happen if they waited. He sat in that doctor's office to tell her, you need to really try to get pregnant within next 6 months, or
Six
you
6 months.
might want to hang it up. I know, Freudian slip, right? And Bilal went waited the 6 months to start trying to have a baby. He knew what he was doing. Now he's looking like the good guy trying to have a baby, and now she can't have one.
Yep.
He knew what he was doing. We all called that. We
Yes. You
called
said
that.
it.
We
He's
said
waiting
he's
it out.
waiting until she waiting out to get to she's in the danger zone where most likely she won't be able to have one. And he's gonna look like, okay, I'm giving in. But you knew what you did. If you really wanted, you would have given in initially when she said she wanted a kid when you guys first got married. So
Yeah,
because they've
and
been married over a year now.
wow. He done put it off for that. And she was ready on like the first minute before they got married. Buddha said, I'm glad Shy realized she wants to make her own coin. And yeah,
Yes,
definitely. And um Buddha said, oh yeah, he's one of those guys. Drop hints and move on to your own thing, and then he wants it. Yep, true. I hope Renee said, I hope
yeah.
Bilal is being sincere. Yes, I hope so too. Because I said another thing the other last night. I feel like he didn't like the way the last tell-all ended. He likes to look good in the public eye to everybody. He didn't like, being the bad guy. Let's just say when his
Business.
ex-wife was coming at him. Yep.
Yep.
So he went on there, and that could have been a move that he made for that. So I agree, Renee. I hope he is too.
Yeah, he has to save face. He wants to continue to sell those houses. Yeah, he gets down on one knee and he asks her to go half on the baby, hence the thumbnail to this video. I have to admit, I was pretty impressed at this. What did you guys think about this? The whole onesie thing, and him getting down on one knee. I thought it was really sweet. That was really cool. And she back by it. But I'll tell you what, let's get into this
Buddha
thing
said it was
here.
cute.
I know it was really, really cute. I was surprised at Bilal. But she's right. She says he's romantic. So we've seen evidence of that on a few occasions that he can be really romantic. So Uterus and I forgot what is his name, guys? Calvin or something like that. John, I
Something
forget
like that.
what Bilal's friend's name is. Ro, I know you know. Ro, no. But these two went at it, and I give it up for Bilal's bud. He had his back because think about it. Remember during the season when they sat down to deal with Uterus and we talked about this on the Tuesday takeover right after it happened. She was kind of out of pocket. I feel like she was a little disrespectful to Bilal. And she
Mhm.
was she was calling him out about the kid thing, calling him out about being controlling. But that's Shaida's husband. That's who she married. And this was right after Shahida went off on Shaida. Remember that?
Yeah.
And Bilal let it happen. Well, Shaida in return took when they went kind of let her friend get out on him a little bit. And I guess she was kind of getting her a little bit of revenge for Bilal letting his ex-wife get in her grill. But
Now he
in
done
this
brought the friend in.
episode, Bilal had backup, right? He had backup, and this guy was time enough for that ass.
He was
Everything she
something else.
said
He was so
on it,
angry.
okay? Because
Uh,
they tore his friend apart.
Renee said that
What
guy
y'all
was
think about how he
infuriating.
handled her?
She said it was infuriating, and Buddha said what you said. I see sparks between Chris and Utris, so that his name is Chris. That's what it was. I knew it was just an average
It was
name.
Chris. I agree. I think Chris and Uterus should hook up because I think you just was impressed with him coming back at her like that. Bilal damn sure didn't do it, but Bilal is non-confrontational. He's
Right.
he's um he's passive aggressive with his thing. You know what I mean? He's not going to do a lot of yelling and screaming. He's Mr. Zen master, Jedi, But make no mistake, he gets his shots in passively aggressively. But that's why his friend was on there, because he's the one that will go at Utrist. Bilal doesn't have to. He brought in who
Right.
he knew would be time enough for her.
Mm-hmm. Buddha said, now, yes, we all know Utrus gave Shy bogus advice on forgetting to take her pill, but Utrus should have asked, are you married? Dolly said, Chris threw Utrus under the bus. I was embarrassed for her. Renee said, I thought Utrus was 100% wrong for giving her friend stupid advice, but he was so dismissive towards single women. That's true. That's true, Renee. Yeah, it was kind of
Yeah,
a up and down type moment too, because some of the stuff Bilal deserves that you just
he was
says.
he was he was giving me Kevin Samuels. Okay, he was giving, rest in peace, but he was giving me Kevin Samuels all. You know,
Mhm.
um, he definitely seemed like he had, yeah, that's the problem with women. They don't give men the opportunity to say their. I'm like, oh, here we go.
You
The,
had to
the
put it all
spirit of
the way
Kevin
out.
Samuels is in the room, okay,
He
and
had
this
to
guy was it.
he had to
Maybe that's what
generalize
he's trying to
everything.
do. Yeah. So, but I do like the way that he got kind of back at her, because she gets a little bit overzealous with her comments, and yeah, I definitely think she was wrong for the advice. That was
But she ain't the
crazy.
first person to give advice like that to her friend. I'm telling you, she's just the first one that did it on camera.
Them and find out if they hooked up when they said they need to hook up at the
But
baby
the funny thing
shower.
is Bilal won't even let that he won't even lose control of that. He's the one that wears the protection apparently. Isn't that what she said? She's like, "No,
Yep.
he wears condoms, so there ain't no forgetting to take the pill."
So then we move towards the end of the tell-all, and they finish everything off with with Jenny and Sumit segment. And basically, with Jenny and Sumit, it's like, Sumit mentioned that, okay, we can have a kid to his family without really discussing it with Jenny, you know, because I have to admit, I thought with her being here, I thought they broke up. I thought she decided to hell with it and decided to come to the US. But no, I guess she must have just come here for the tell all. But they are legit in love. And Angela, like, you know what? Submit needs to relax. He's got plenty of time to have children after Jenny had it, guys. Jenny is in her early to mid 60s. Okay.
Mhm.
Early to mid, not 40s, where she's like 10
Right.
years, no, not even 50s, fucking 60s. Okay. Yeah. It's not going to be too long. Jenny is knocking at old Grim Reaper's door. So I'm sure
Hey
she
now, I
didn't
just
like
got a year
hearing
older.
that.
Calm down.
Dude, I'm sure she didn't like, hey, I'm in my 50s. I ain't far behind her. So it's like, I'm sure that she didn't like hearing that. But Angela, as much as I can't stand her fat ass, excuse my French, as much as I can't stand her, she also had a good point. He's not going to be here another 30 years. That puts her at
Mhm.
93. The odds of her making 93 are very slim. You never know. She might. She might. People are doing it
She
more
might just to
frequently.
prove
And
the
she,
mother wrong.
dude, they asked him, why didn't you just marry a 100-year-old? I mean, Jenny legit, compared to their younger man, she's lived life. She's in love. She might like pull out another 30 years. Who knows? But it's doubtable. It's doubtable. So think about it. Years, that puts it even 20 years. She would be what, around 85? That's still the danger zone. She may very well leave within that time frame, in which case that puts Sumit in his 50s. You know, men are able to produce well into their 50s, 60s, and all. They don't, they keep it. Look, Sumit can have kids when on. Angela's right. Okay,
Definitely.
so if she's going in his 50s, he can still meet a younger woman and have children. So chances are his parents may not be around to see it, unfortunately. But,
What
you know,
do I think, Renee said that she listened to Just Call Me Wild on YouTube and she mentioned Kevin Samuels too. And Buddha said Chris was talking about men. I was like, ooh, here comes the misogyny. Yeah, I was going back to that. Yes, I was like, I got to catch up on the comments. Um,
wow. I didn't watch that one with Wob, but yeah, he definitely gives me a Kevin vibe.
um, the funny thing I was saying about that too is, do you
Wow, I love that. The girl.
shout out to her? Do you
Go
believe
ahead, baby.
that Sumit doesn't want kids? Do you really think he just was telling his parents that, or do you
Uh
think?
yeah.
Okay.
I do think he was just telling that to appease them because he knows damn well Jenny's not going to give him kids and she's
Mhm.
probably not going to be cool with adopting kids. He already doesn't want children, and think about it. Proof is in the pudding. He would have had by now. He would have
Mhm.
been bitching to Jenny, hooked up with Jenny if he wanted kids. Think about it. You know?
But he's
Why would
also
you hook
not
up
the
with a
most honest
50,
guy in the
60-year-old
world.
woman? Yeah, but him
And
hooking up with a
it's not to get to
60-year-old, pretty much
America,
he don't want to have kids.
right?
Right. He's pretty much admitting, saying that he want to have kids, and here's he may have hooked up with Jenny because he doesn't want children.
Right?
Okay, not even just so much he's all that into Jenny.
But
He's
he just
don't want
seems like
kids.
such a so traditional, like wanting to please the family. It's just kind of weird that he doesn't want kids.
He's also a player. Don't get it twisted. And
Yeah.
his restaurant buddy before Jenny came into the picture were,
Mhm.
living their best life. And I think he
Yeah.
think, he can kind of run around on Jenny. He can say he's out working when they're playing around. That's another reason he
Mhm.
doesn't want kids. He's got a lot of kid in him and a lot of play left. So, I think he brought Jenny over there so she can spend her retirement money on him and take care of him while he's playing around with his buddy when she's not looking.
Right.
Sumit is selfish. He's very selfish. So that's the one thing I've picked up on him. What do you guys think in the comments about that? Sumit is very selfish.
He's the
It's all
most
about what he
unselfish,
wants.
selfish guy that that there is. He's, like, apparently doing stuff for Jenny, like, "I like doing the dishes for her," and all kind of stuff, or break I don't know what he
Right.
did.
But
I
you won't
forget
come
what
to the
that part
States
was.
for, right?
Right.
He won't come to the States. And he said, I will come to visit, but I don't want to live. Well, she gave up 10, going on probably 11, 12 years now of her life to come live with you. You could certainly come spend a couple years in the States, get a visa, spend the 2 year allotted requirement time, and then take your ass back home, if that's what you want to do.
And
Speaking, um, I have it. This was cool. This here was cool. These three have made peace with Jenny, even the father. The
mhm.
mother still hasn't, but I thought that was absolutely amazing. That and I can just see them all double dating, can't you? That's probably what's going on. They probably hook up and play spades or something.
Buddha said the same thing. She said
But
some dad accepts Jenny now, but the mom don't.
I love the fact that they hang out with this couple, the sister and brother-in-law, and that the dad has accepted not only Sumit, but he said, I accept Jenny and Sumit. I love both of them. So he was very specific about including Jenny separately in her own right. And you could
Mhm.
see that though. You could kind of see when the mother was going off on her a couple of times. He okay, okay, okay. You know what I mean? Especially if Jenny looked like she was gonna like be pissed off or be like she was hurt, and he would try to reel his wife in. I knew she would get
Yeah.
to him. I
Because
knew
think
he
about it,
didn't quite feel
Summit
the
gets
same
it
way.
from somebody.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point, Jen. He's very very diplomatic, and he gets that
Mhm.
clearly from his father because mom don't give a shit.
Right.
Talking about how fat Jenny's arms were. And I'm like, come on now. That was so disrespectful. And even though Jenny didn't even know, the fact that she was talking in another language in front of her, knowing she wasn't going to understand it was disrespectful. And then what she
Yeah.
was saying was disrespectful. It would have been all the same if Submit had been teaching her the language and she got up and called her out about it because she understood what she said. You
Right.
know what I mean? I think he should teach it to her. So they can't do that.
Mhm. That would be great.
So speaking of, and I'm probably gonna go ahead and I'm so curious. I wanted to do a small little segment with you guys. What do you think about these guys here and this whole premise that and Jen and I were talking about this the other day, and I said, you know what, let's bring that up to the crew and see what they think about that. These guys, starting with Syed, and then you got Yara, and then you got Alexi from Lauren and Alexi. What's up with these guys wanting to go home and trying to force their partners after committing to coming to the States, trying to force the partners to go live abroad? That wasn't part of the deal. The deal was you would come over here and live. I can see visiting. They are uprooting these people and trying to get them to let's think about that. What do you think, babe?
First, I want to say sorry, Dolly. I think I read the wrong name. Dolly said that Summit's dad accepts Jenny now, but the mom don't. And then
Ah,
Renee said, I think she is 63. And Buddha said, even
that's what I
though I
thought.
think the host and everyone is beating a dead horse asking for the father's blessing, I'm glad he gave it to them. And Buddha said, also, strange enough, in this picture, why does Sumit look like a slim DJ Khalid?
Oh,
And
oh,
KKT, welcome. I was starting to worry.
KT, what's going on? What now? Yeah, he does. Look at that. He does. He really does. Wow. Good observation. But I'm really curious to know what you guys think about these guys, wanting to take the American back home with them after agreeing to come live in the States. Right now, Alex is in the process of trying to get Lauren to move over to Israel, which it looks like he may actually convince her to do so. Yara, and Jen said this earlier, Yara's not necessarily trying to get Jovi to move over to Prague, but she's wanting to go back to her country because she's homesick. And Saeed all but threatened to basically end his marriage with Rebecca. He's like, listen, I do what you just know. I'm going home. I'm going back to Tunisia. If you want to come, great. If
Mhm.
you don't, then stay here. But I'm going home.
I remember that. And like I was just I feel like with I always get his name mixed up. What is his
Syed,
name? No, the one on the
Syed,
right. Alexi?
Alex.
Is it
It's
Alex?
Alexi,
Okay.
but she calls him Alex.
She
It's
calls him
Alexi, but
Alex. Okay, I'll call him
yeah.
Alex because I used to call her Alexi sometimes. But I just think that he really wants his parents to spend time with the kids, and I think he wants his kids to experience a different, experience his culture is what I think. I feel like though it is kind of like it catches the other person off guard. It's like, where did this come from? We went through all this to get the green card and to, have the kids grow up here, and then all of a sudden they just kind of, it seems like Yara at least, and I know Saeed kind of are throwing them off guard. I don't know if they've been talking about it, over time with Lauren and Alexi, but Yara for sure never had any talk of that until, recently, in my opinion. So I see the point of it, but I do think it's kind of difficult because they kind of have merged the person into their life that they had in America in some cases. Like Jovi with his job and things, he can't just pick up and, leave and take that with him. It's not like a potential work from home or something, that he can do elsewhere. So
Yeah.
that's going to be difficult. It's a hard decision. It's probably something I was saying that they should discuss when they first get together before they even get married. Are you at some point going to want to go home? Are you going to want to raise the kids here? You know what I mean? So that they can be prepared and know that going in.
Do me a favor, honey, because I'm checking out these comments. I don't want to take forever reading them. Right under Renee, saying hi to Kim. Can you read those couple of comments? One from Buddha. There's one from Renee,
Yes, I
and I
got them.
think Dolly Bush said something. Yeah, because they're talking about this here too.
Buddha said, I think they soon realized once coming to the US, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Yep, exactly. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
I
I
agree.
honestly, Renee said, I don't know what to think. At least Lauren and Alexi have a stable marriage. That's true. Dolly said,
Right.
Lauren's mom is so abusive the way she talks to her. Yes, that was
Oh
crazy, wasn't it?
hell yeah! On that I showed Jen because Jen was working when I was watching that episode, so we rewatched it when she got off, and that was stood over her and yelled at her to shut the f up. Come on
I
now,
know. That was
she's
crazy.
not 12.
Buddha said, and to be honest, I'm glad they are because it shows some Americans that there are other countries that have better resources. That is true too. And Buddha
Yeah,
said, yes, Dolly, me either. That was just, yeah, it was bad the way she talked to her. And Renee said, regardless, I am always a little concerned when immigrating to a Middle Eastern country when you have children like Lauren and Alexi. And Renee said, I believe Israel
yeah,
is a religious ruled country and does not have secular laws, so that's scary.
yeah. And I'll tell you what, it wasn't just the mother. Lauren's father was disrespectful as well. And what about him bringing up the whole who's going to get custody if you guys break up? Well, first of all, neither one of them is talking about getting a divorce, let alone talking about custody of the children. And I hated that he inserted that much negativity in that situation. It's like nobody's talking about getting a divorce. Why are you doing that? And then for her mother to stand over her and yell at her to shut the fuck up, all she was doing was proving Lauren's point at how respectful they were being towards her and Alex. If she watches the show, her daughter stands up to Alex. Okay. She definitely stands up to Alex. Like when they were looking at the kibbutz. Okay. She said, there's no way in hell I'm living here. So she knows how to open her mouth
She wasn't
and
feeling
tell
the
him
communal
no.
kitchen.
No.
But the thing is, the parents, the reason that they're like that, honestly, is it's coming from a place of fear that they don't want to lose their daughter and those grandkids. That's what it's, and they
That's what
like
it
having
is.
that them there and that control and being in their life. And when they saw that starting to slip away, they're getting downright ignorant about it.
That's
When
what it is.
she wasn't letting her control that situation, her mom and dad. Um,
Yeah.
Buddha said, I think Lauren's parents' insecurities were shining through on this trip. Yes,
Yeah. And I
definitely.
mean, they're
That's
going
what
to
I
say,
think.
the father told her to shut up in the conversation. And I love the fact that Alex had her back on that. He's like, hey, wait a minute. There's no need to be that aggressive. Well, yeah, it is that need to be that aggressive. No, it's not. Basically, you're her parents. You're not her overseers anymore.
Yes, Renee,
Way
you
out of
gotta
line.
watch that.
Oh, what? Lauren and Alexi?
Yeah, she said, "Oh my God, Lauren's mother said shut the fuck up." Yes, am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, man. You got to check out. There's
STFU.
2 seasons of it. And right now they're in the middle of the second season. You should pull it up, only 2 seasons, so it'll be pretty easy to binge on a day off. But yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. And she's
She got me
pregnant.
watching it.
She's pregnant in this season with her third child, which we now know is Ari, the
She's
little
pregnant
girl.
every season that I've seen.
It's only 2 seasons. So the
That's what
first
I
season
mean.
she stayed,
She's been pregnant.
yeah, she stays pregnant the whole time. They had Shy walking around running learning how to walk
Ooh.
in the first one, and she was pregnant and had Asher in that first season. And now in the second season, she's pregnant with Ari. But, I think that me personally, just I'm going to take them one at a time. I think it's a good idea for them to go to Israel, get away from the controlling ass parents, especially after they acted that way. Go ahead and be like, okay, fine, that's how you want to do it. And she seems like she's like, okay, fine, I'm definitely, because I want to get away from you from you guys. But I think it'd be
Exactly.
good for them to learn their culture. I really think it'd be good for them to learn their culture. Hey, Ro, I don't if Ro's still here. I remember
She had
hearing
to go take a work call.
okay. Uh Somebody mentioned Ashkenazi. Ashkenazi Jew. I think it was on this show. But
Um,
it might have been
it probably was
Lauren.
her.
But it reminded me of Ro when she said that. Oh no! You know what? Nope. I'm thinking of something completely different, guys. I'm off kilter. I was looking at a Seth Green interview the other day, and he had mentioned Ashkenazi Jew, and it reminded
Oh,
me of
okay.
Ro.
I thought
But
you
yeah,
meant like this show, like your show at first. I was like, what is happening?
but I think um in Alex's case, I like the idea of Lauren the kids going over to Israel get to know his culture. I think it's important that they get to know it because it's extremely important to him as well. With
Definitely.
Yara, I think it's the same case actually because they've got, Mila. And Mila, I'm sure she would want Mila to know her culture as well as the US. So I kind of agree in Yara's case as well. I don't know that I agree with the way that Yara is going
I don't
about
agree
it,
with
trying to
she's going
blindside
about it
Jovi
right.
because she's not including hands. If you plan on staying with him, then you should be looking for the two of you to move, not just you and the baby, you know? So
That's what I think
with
scares
her,
Jovi.
yeah, I agree.
Oh, Renee
And then
said she's
Syed was
seen
just
all of
completely
season
selfish.
one and part of season two.
Okay.
Probably just not that
Okay, cool.
episode.
Ah, yeah, girl, go check it out. Go check it out. Mom gets straight out of pocket
Was
on
all
her. Talking about you disrespected your parents. No, you disrespected your daughter by saying she was making her own decisions. So then when she defended herself and her husband defended herself, you guys got even shittier. So, they were wrong there. But yeah, I just wanted to know what you guys thought about that, about these guys pulling the switcheroo and wanting to leave the country. But yeah,
Buddha said I was
this
laughing at how Lauren told Alex that she couldn't get prego while baby's feeding. Now she's got her little girl. Yeah, I guess she got pregnant. Prego, I like that.
Lauren doesn't want any more kids. Lauren is done. And Alex thinks he's going to get her to kick out another one, but she's telling him, no, we're not kicking out another one. He's like, yeah, all right. That's what you think. But it's her body. It's her body. How you going to make that one? If she wants to be done, let her be done. It's not like you. You got three, and you managed to kick a girl out. So you've got both spectrums covered, male and female. Give that woman a break. You never know. She's had weird pregnancies the past two times. So you don't want to keep doing this to where you're risking her health now.
Yeah.
So um but guys, I really enjoyed this tonight. I really enjoyed this. And you guys are the crew to be reckoned with. I appreciate everybody coming. I know I'm running late, but I appreciate everybody coming and spending time with Jen and I and talking this stuff over because these people are crazy. I really think Big Ed is going to end up in a ditch somewhere
Oh
because
my
the
gosh.
way he fits his people off and shoots off his mouth, somebody going to get dead.
Buddha's at it again. The US surgeons need to talk to Yara's doctor because you see there are different noses available because what they did to Lil Kim and Janet Jackson, older sis. Nope. Renee said, I think Yara and Zayed should mess up their green card. Oh, I don't think Yara and Zayed should mess up their green card. Alexi is a citizen now, so it's no problem. Kim Turner said,
Right,
LOL, probably to Buddha's statement. That's true, Renee. I forgot about that they were potentially messing up
right.
their green card, too. Yeah, that
Yeah.
definitely is not a good idea because they don't know what the future is going to hold, especially what's going on in her country right now. That's another thing, right? There's a lot going on.
Okay, and she's got a permanent green card, I think, right? And will that jeopardize? Well, yeah, I guess if she's not a citizen yet, even
So many
even if it's a
years, I
permanent
guess.
card, yeah, even if it's a permanent green card, it can be revoked, right?
Oh, let's
Just because.
see. I thought Renee was answered. Did anyone watch MLF Manor? I tried watching it. I didn't like it. And Buddha said, true, Renee, but they can chill for 6 months. Yes. What is
Ah,
that? Oh, I got you. MILF. I don't know. Why I said ML. I was thinking of Monday Night Football or something. I don't know what I was thinking. Married at
what's
first.
MIL?
Why am I drawing a blank on that?
You know what we forgot about, Jen? Love Without Borders.
Oh yeah,
We
we
got to
watched
catch up
Married at
on
First
that.
Sight last night. I did and was like, what? What is MILF? Why am I blanking on that? I kind of know.
Somebody let us in on the acronym.
Let us in. We're struggling.
We're knocking at MILF's door. Knock, knock, knocking at MILF's
Oh,
door.
it's called MILF Manor on TLC. The older women with young hot guys.
You
Oh,
know
that watch
what?
Young Hot
Oh
Guys.
my.
I know what you're
The
talking
funny
about.
thing is, I didn't even know the name of it, but ago it started. I was watching one of these shows and it had ended and went, I think it was after Married at First Sight, and it went into that show because
Is it Married in
they
Law
introduced
Fever?
the they had the woman with the dark hair and she started describing things, and then the blonde came up and started talking as well. And I feel like, you know what? I remember being about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm gonna take my ass to sleep because I can see me getting in all nighter and not going to sleep. So it's called MILF. Now I can look it up because that looks like something that we would like, Jen. Maybe
Yeah.
let's add
And
that in, and we can talk
we
about it.
got so many, I forget about them after a while. And I'm like, oh,
But
yeah,
I
I
like the
remember
way
that
we're
show.
kind of throwing a
Bouncing.
little bit of everything in. You know what I mean?
And it turns
Married
out
at
these
first
young
sight,
hot guys on the show are on the show with their son. Oh my goodness.
huh?
She said in it, oh, it's on TLC. The older women want young hot guys, and it turns out these young hot guy on the show are on the show with their son. Mothers, I'll leave that part out, the acronym, what it stands for. I was like, "Ew," Renee, when they had the mothers blindfolded and touching on the young guys and trying to find their son. Ew, what is going on?
Oh
You got me
wow.
curious now.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we got to look at that. We got to check that out. Married at First Sight. I binged it last night. Jen and I were binging it, but she fell asleep on the weddings. I saw the weddings, and now they have the
I wanna see
biracial
the other
couple that's
wedding.
left, and the wedding that between the guy who his sister is trying to talk him out of it. So
I
those two
definitely
are
don't
coming
think
up
that
tomorrow.
guy's ready. If we discuss that next week, I'll talk about that. I don't think he or
And
that
I liked all the ones that got, seemed like they were really into each other, at least initially. So, but you guys have a fantastic night, and we will catch you on the flip side, and we will see you next Tuesday. Everybody have a fantastic week and a fantastic weekend.
I wish
I'll
every
keep
day
you
was
posted on the
Tuesday.
weight loss situation. Me too. Keep you posted on the weight loss situation. I have been fasting right now consecutively. This is my haven't eaten for 2 nights. But yeah, from 211 to 187. I'm trying to end January at 175 and then go into the raw vegan diet after that. Just one meal a day and it'll be raw vegan and see if I can get down to about 135 by May. So just 10 pounds a month. That's a pretty safe weight. But I wanna go into February at 175, like 30 pounds already off the plate. So yeah, you guys might not recognize me in 6 months, but hopefully I won't do an Angela. Might have to get the Botox happening. No, I will do that all day long, and all kinds of facial exercise to keep that from happening. Screw
I don't
that.
think that's
I'm
gonna
not
happen to
walking
you.
around here
You're
looking
a
like
lot
a crypt
smaller than
keeper.
Angela was.
I'm not
Oh,
walking around
thanks,
here looking like a
Buddha.
crypt keeper.
Let's get JJ to 15,000 subscribers this year. I'm with that. Dolly,
Yes,
thank
man.
you.
Let's
KT,
put that
Renee,
comma.
Buddha, of course,
Row,
and everybody is
Mrs.
just so
Revelinsky.
cool. I'm not leaving. You're gonna have to kick me
I
out.
know.
Just kidding.
Buddha, you're an awesome moderator, and thank you for all your comments on TikTok. And rest in peace to Waffler 69. He was a TikToker who passed away last Wednesday at age 33 from a heart attack. This guy, and I put a video out, and overnight got like 1,200 and some odd. Actually, it's up to 1,600 views now, and a bunch of comments. Some of them laying into me, some
Thank
of
you,
them
Renee.
saying, rest in peace. But I made another one backing that up. But yeah, check me out on TikTok, guys. Instagram, if you're not following me there, same name, J&J Video. And you have a fantastic night. Love you guys.
JJ video is awesome. I love JJ video. It's great. All right. Thank you all. Have a good evening.
And no, gotta
Is this a
love
blooper?
Restream. No, where the hell?
What was Angela trying to have Michael
Okay.
wrestle Usman like they would go WWE? Oh, Buddha's
I
still at it.
found it. You guys have a good
I'll
night.